Indigenous African grains such as millet and also sorghum are known to be nutritious but are not popular food with many, especially the Gen Z, who view the grains as the food for the poor.
From Jakarta, Indonesia.
Kenya Grain Snacks, America's electric vehicle battery production. English in a minute, bone to pick.
MLINE Public Updates powered by VOA, Voice of America.
Indigenous African grains such as millet and also sorghum are known to be nutritious but are not popular food with many, especially the Gen Z, who view the grains as the food for the poor. To change the narrative, a Kenyan entrepreneur is using the grains to make snacks and breakfast cereal to promote consumption of the indigenous grains and foster environmental sustainability.
At her home-based factory in Nairobi, Dora Momanyi is making popcorn snacks using indigenous grains. Momanyi says iPop Africa was birthed 3 years ago from her master's degree research project on the role of indigenous African grains in promoting nutrition in Kenya's semi-arid areas. Today, Momanyi purchases grains such as yellow indigenous maize, millet, sorghum, and brown rice from smallholder farmers. She converts them into snacks to provide consumers with convenient and healthy snacks that are rich in nutrients and free from oil and gluten.
What iPop is trying to do is to reclaim or bring back the glory of the traditional millets and sorghum. What we basically do is we transform these indigenous grains that are climate smart, remember, because now we are talking about climate change everywhere. And we are also talking about our water tables going down. So we really want people in semi-arid regions to benefit from what they have.
The grains are subjected to high pressure and a temperature machine that transforms them into pops. To enhance the taste of the products, natural flavors and spices are then added through a process called food-to-food fortification. The result is a range of snacks and breakfast cereals. The products are receiving good reviews. Brandon Wayaki, a student at the United States International University Africa in Nairobi, is a consumer of the snacks.
It's a nice snack. Like you see, people love maybe taking popcorns when they're going for movies. So this can be like a nice alternative to popcorn. Yeah, because it's healthy and it still has the same taste, so it's okay.
Kenya is one of the countries that still grapples with food security. More than a quarter of the children under the age of 5, or 2 million children, have stunted growth, according to UNICEF. Experts say the situation is similar across Africa. Antonina Mutoro is a research scientist at the African Population and Health Research Center in Nairobi.
We are currently experiencing a nutrition transition, which means that there is a shift in diets from traditional diets, which are mainly rich in micronutrients and fiber, to diets which are mostly processed, high in fat, salt and sugar. So as a consequence, you find that there is an increase in non-communicable diseases such as diabetes and hypertension, as well as obesity.
To help address climate change, which is one of the factors affecting food systems in Africa, iPop Africa has come up with a One Snack, One Tree initiative, where the company plants a tree for every product purchased. Momanyi says her goal is to revolutionize the snack industry and foster environmental sustainability.
We are also looking at a population that is getting educated more and more, and we are seeing a change in consumption patterns. So in future, actually from now going to the future, we are seeing a larger population moving to consumption of healthy healthy food products. And that is the niche market that we are trying to venture into.
Nutrition and food security remain major challenges on the African continent. Entrepreneurs like Momanyi hope to be at least part of the solution. Juma Majanga, VOA News, Nairobi.
The Biden administration's push for clean energy solution has turned a rural Washington state town into a hub for electric vehicle battery productions.
With a population of about 25,000, the rural town of Moses Lake in eastern Washington state is joining the United States clean energy economy by becoming a destination for the manufacture of batteries for electric vehicles, or EVs. Nick Anderson is the Director of Program Management for Group 14 Technologies, which manufactures a key battery component.
What you see behind me here is our first 2 commercial scale production modules for our silicon battery technology here at Moses Lake. That's going to go into everything from electric vehicles to IoT devices to smartphones and wearables, a lot of battery-based applications.
New arrivals to Moses Lake are helping transform the local economy from agriculture and traditional manufacturing to tech, says Moses Lake native Rosenda Alvarado, a plant manager for Sila Nanotechnologies.
We worked in the fields that actually this building is sitting on today. It's been, fast-paced, but moving forward, super exciting about the opportunities that we bring here for Sila, for the community, and for the overall EV market.
2 American startups, backed by $100 million in federal grants each, are racing to secure the domestic supply chain for EV batteries. Jin Berdichevsky is the CEO of Sila Nanotechnologies.
Catching up to the world leaders in Asia is quite challenging. And so the way to do that is actually not to build the same thing that they're building in Asia. It's to build the next generation of battery technologies.
Both Sila and Group 14 are replacing graphite in lithium-ion batteries with silicon-based components, for several reasons.
The primary mineral for what's going in Moses Lake is sand. It's silica. It is the most widely distributed mineral in the crust of the earth. Graphite is lower performance, and as a nation we're trade exposed because most of the graphite comes from overseas.
Grant Ray with Group 14 says that the company's technology aims to reduce one of the major obstacles to EV adoption, charge anxiety.
When we think about charge times, right now we're hearing 10 to 80% in 10 minutes. Well, what if that changes and it comes down to 5 minutes? What if it starts to get closer to what it really is for, the way we think about refueling a car?
The Biden administration made a push for EVs as part of its climate change agenda. Most Republican presidential candidates reject it.
They want to go all electric and put you all out of business.
Berdichevsky of Sila Nanotechnologies says the US, which introduced electric vehicles to the world, shouldn't shy away from the opportunity to innovate.
The world is going to go towards all electric vehicles, whether the Democrats are in the White House or the Republicans are in the White House.
Clean energy may be a controversial topic during the presidential election season, but Moses Lake hopes to reap the benefits of the cutting-edge industry coming to town with hundreds of new jobs. Natasha Mozgovaya, VOA News, Moses Lake, Washington.
Welcome to English in a Minute. Bones are strong. They make up our skeleton. But what could it mean to have a bone to pick with someone?
Dan, are you ready to read scripts?
Maybe.
Dan, are you upset about something?
Actually, yes. I have a bone to pick with you.
What did I do now?
Well, your new script is about a coworker who is always late and grumpy. It's about me, isn't it?
No. You are never late.
When you have a bone to pick with someone, you have an issue with them that bothers you. If you have a bone to pick with a coworker or friend, it is best to talk about it sooner rather than later.
The Voice of America, VOA.
It is always an honor to be here, and thank you for all the support. But keep on supporting by visiting the Instagram account at @mirza_wardana and get the best online shopping recommendation there that being posted on the story or also on the profile. Get the link, just click and shop. Until then, on MLINE Topik Updates powered by VOA.